Hello, chat. Happy whatever day it is. Happy Tuesday. I hope you guys have been having an amazing time this holiday season. I have kind of, not shiny wise, I have not found anything in the last while because I've been hunting for Turtwig, and there's a reason why I'm not hunting for Turtwig right now, and it's not because I got it. I did not. Just to clarify, I sadly have not gotten Turtwig yet. I have gone over odds, and I decided maybe I should do something a little faster. And so I'm gonna hunt for the starters, but then, like the Johto starters, but then I was like, I should stream this. So, here we are. Also, spoiler alert, because I've kinda partially kept it secret, I've already phased on 2 Cyndaquil. I've gotten 2 shiny Cyndaquil, both of which are Jolly Nature, which that is weird. But they're different games. I don't know what happened there. One of them went over odds, one of them didn't. And now we gotta get the other 2. And the resets here are really, really fast. And hi, Quick! Big fan, big fan. But yeah, Jolly Nature is not great for Cyndaquil. But, you know, a shiny is a shiny at the end of the day. You've been a member for 4 months. That's crazy. It's crazy that I've had memberships open for that long. Well, you haven't missed much because we just started the stream. Yippee! Oh, that would be fun. We could do a poll on what shiny we get next. I think that I'm the only one who can set up polls though. Let me do that 1 second. Because I think the moderators don't have that. So I'll do it. Which one will be shiny in all caps? Chikorita, Cyndaquil, or Totodile. And the poll begins. And just to double check again. Welcome to the frequent flyer, Shea Butter. Welcome in, welcome in. But yeah, Happy New Year to those of you who are already in the new year. I don't know how many, I don't know what areas are in the new year yet, aside from Japan. I know that they are. And I mean, Australia would be. Would it not? They're like a day ahead. Thank you, Quick. This one, I was not sure what to do because I don't know how to do like a 3-game layout for screens with this dimension to it. Like with these dimensions. And so I was like, what if I just use my quad setup layout and just make the 4th screen the Poketch Watch? Not very accurate though. Not accurate at all. It's just a bunch of bouncing Cyndaquil, and by a bunch I mean 2. Because that's how many we've gotten. I also decided to make one of them big. Because why not? Yippee! But yeah, I know it's a weird day to be streaming. I don't expect a lot of people to watch because, hey, we're all supposed to be celebrating the new year with friends and family. And that's what I plan on doing later. It's just, it's 11 a.m. for me. So I was like, hey, I have time. I can stream until like 2 p.m. So we gaming for real, for real. Also, I want to get a shiny before the end of the year. You know, and I feel like Turtwig isn't gonna shine today. So Johto starters it is. And it's very nice because I actually got 2 copies of Heart Gold for Christmas. So now I have 3. All English copies, all authentic. I double checked. I've been perusing Reddit. So one thing that I've been doing while shiny hunting for Turtwig is, since it's a lot of just pressing A until you actually get to the battle, I've been just going on my phone, scrolling through this one subreddit that's just there to verify cartridges to see if they're legit or not. And I like looking at all the fake ones so I can go through and be like, oh, this one's fake because this part's incorrect. This one's fake because this part, like, it's really interesting. I don't know every single little thing that, yeah, exactly. It's the game verifying subreddit. It's funny. I like the ones that are so incredibly obviously fake. I've seen like cartridges of Fire Red that were like gray cartridges. Those ones are orange. Or arguably red, but I consider them orange. Yeah, that's the thing. It's very useful. But yeah, there are certain things that I'm not very good with when it comes to identifying a legit cartridge. I think it's easier to confirm that something's fake than confirm that something's real. Because with fake cartridges, there can be some dead giveaways, but the problem is when you're looking for an authentic one, well, there are some pretty good fakes out there. How do you stay motivated when hunting a shiny after thousands of soft resets? That's the thing. It's very tough because, quite frankly, I'm almost at 9,000 encounters for Turtwig, and there have been certain things with the games that have made me question if I'm even doing this right, which makes it even more concerning because it's like, what if I'm not doing it right? So I'll just keep doing this forever. But I think that, well, first off, don't just shiny hunt. You gotta be doing something else that will, you know, keep your brain occupied, but not too occupied to the point where you're distracted. You know? Personally, what I've been doing, I used to like not go on Twitch at all. Goes with the 4 months, baby. Let's go. Ghost is here, absolute legend. I lost my train of thought. Okay, so I've been going on Twitch a little bit recently. I've been watching a Twitch account made by Sir Toasty Toes, one of my friends, one of my buddy pals, made a second Twitch account called Our Pokemon Ranch. And the premise is it's just the game My Pokemon Ranch. And that's it. And it's magical. I think it's the perfect balance between like, hi Toast. I think it's the perfect balance between something that like, I can't watch videos because I feel like it's too distracting and then I'll miss a shiny. Oh, those went out of sync anyways. I can't watch videos because it's too distracting, but then I can't just listen to music because it's not distracting enough. I love Pokemon Ranch. I really wanted it when I was younger, and I just couldn't get it. But yeah. Yeah. Dude, I have been like every minute that I'm shiny hunting for Turtwig, I'm watching that stream. What's my second favorite Pokemon? That is such an interesting question. I love what you did there because a lot of people ask what my favorite Pokemon is and it's Giratina. But, it's gotta be between Alolan Vulpix and Hisuian Zorua. I love those ones a lot. Listen, I love Wooper. I love Wooper with all my heart. Don't get me wrong. Wooper has a lot of sentimental value. When it comes to Pokemon designs, though, and also combined with the sentimental value, I really like Alolan Vulpix and Hisuian Zorua. Alolan Vulpix was such a cool thing to me because, I mean, I've always wanted there to be an Arctic Fox Pokemon. I just wanted an Ice-type fox, and I loved Vulpix as a kid. Now these are out of sync and that's throwing me off, but it's fine. No shinies. And I remember the day that they put out that one Sun and Moon trailer revealing Alolan forms, and they introduced Alolan Vulpix. I just about cried. I was so hyped because what do you mean? Like, this is a brand new thing, regional variants? We didn't have that. And it's one of my favorite Pokemon, and it's also an Ice-type fox now. I love its design as well. It's just so fluffy. I want to pet it. Favorite pseudo-legendary? Oh, that's... Isn't Goodra considered pseudo-legendary? I really like Goodra. Dude, Gen 7 was kind of crazy with the amount of trailers it had. Like, it was a good thing, but it was also kind of like, dude, don't share everything. Because, like, I'm not gonna go in blind with my games, but, you know? Like, I'm gonna watch the trailers. And listen, I'm always hyped when there's a new trailer. And it's a pain when there isn't a new trailer out. Oh, you have to wait. But there's something so special about going into a game blind. Like my favorite Pokemon game, it's entirely possible that one of the reasons why Pokemon Platinum is so incredibly special to me is because I went into that game completely blind. I think that was my very first introduction to the Pokemon Wooper. I thought it was so cool. I thought it was adorable. Oh, also, when's the last... I did stream a while ago, so I probably already said this. I got Shiny Wooper in the Great Marsh for the second time. The first one ran away. I threw the ball. It didn't even shake, I think. It just got out of the ball and ran immediately. At, I believe either... I always mix this up. It's either 775 or 755. I think it's 755. But that was very fast. And then during Safari Week, I spent the entire week hunting in the Great Marsh. Got to like 8,400 encounters. I wish I had gotten more encounters in, but no dice. And found nothing. But when I went back to hunt for it again with my new fancy quad setup, I think it was like 1,400 encounters in, I found another shiny Wooper. It 3-shake faked. And then I threw a ball again and it caught. So I have a shiny Wooper now. His name is PictoChat and I love him. And I know like you might be thinking, why didn't you name it Meatloaf? Well, the thing is, I want each of my Wooper to be special. For the most part. I have quite a few shiny Wooper named Meatloaf. But yeah, I think that PictoChat is such a nice name because it's so nostalgic. And usually my go-to name nowadays is Flipnote, because I absolutely loved Flipnote Studio as a kid. But I really liked PictoChat as well. And so I named it PictoChat because we can't be naming every Pokemon Flipnote. Oh yeah, I guess the term 3-shake fake isn't very... I'm surprised that it's not very well known. Well anyways, a 3-shake fake is just when the Pokeball shakes... Why did I stutter? It's when the Pokeball shakes 3 times and instead of catching it gets out. Could have named it Frog, that is true. But there's something about PictoChat that makes me happy. Oh yeah. Basically, most Flipnotes that were uploaded to Flipnote Hatena are archived. I hate when these games are out of sync. Okay, there we go. Okay, never mind. It's fine. We looked at all of them like 3 times almost. I just doubt myself sometimes. Chat's gonna have a field day with 2 DVD symbols. I know, right? Okay, the Pokemon Hatena makes me so happy just because of that name. When I first heard its name, I was like, oh, like Flipnote! My favorite thing! But man, I love Flipnote Studio. These are out of sync again. Okay, the left ones are not shiny, and the right ones are not shiny. Or the right one. Anyways. So is Cyndaquil the one you want most? No, those are the 2 shinies that I've already gotten. I'm trying to get all 3, and I just need Totodile and Chikorita now. I say just, but like, knowing my luck, I feel like we're gonna find a few more Cyndaquil. Just saying. Well, I mean, you gotta keep in mind that actual image files are rectangular, so there is technically a corner to these images. The real way that you'll see these Cyndaquil hit a corner is if it does one single bounce in the corner instead of like 2 back to back. Can we get triple shiny Cyndaquil to end the year? Let's go! Let's do it. Another Jolly Nature one. If we get another Jolly Nature one, I'm really questioning my existence. Also, I will say, sad news, kind of. It's, I mean, it's sad news to those of you who are waiting for another video anytime super soon. It's been the holidays. I've been, like, kind of taking a break, and it's been nice. So there won't be a new video this Sunday. My streak, and I was devastated by this, honestly. My streak of uploading every other Sunday for like ages, it's over. I was so proud of keeping that streak going, but I would much rather take more time to make better videos than rush another one out just so that I can keep a consistent schedule. You know? Also, I've been very fixated on the Turtwig hunt. I've been working like a 9 to 5 hunting Turtwig. And I will say, so here's why I'm a little concerned about Turtwig. So it's gone over odds, and that's not a problem. The problem is that either my luck is insane or something is wrong. Because I have had 2 instances of all 4 of my games getting a shiny Turtwig. Not shiny, I keep saying this. I do this every time. All 4 games got a female Turtwig at the same time. That's a 1 in 4,096 chance. Because it's a 1 in 8 chance of being female. So that's already really, really rare. So that happened once. And then, a few days later, my bottom right game, which I know there isn't one here, but my bottom right game rolls a female Turtwig 6 times in a row. Yeah. I said, I was so, my brain is so empty, and I just automatically say shiny instead of female for that. I tweeted that out and I was like, oh, wait a second. But yeah, it's 1 in 8 actually. It's like 12.5% chance. Something like that. But yeah, I was just... That happened 6 times in a row on the same game. The odds of that are absolutely insane. Like, absurd. It's somewhere in the 1 in 200,000s. And I was like, that can't be right. And so I was like, I was checking with my friends and I was like, am I doing something wrong here? Like, this feels too rare for it to have actually happened, you know? But going through and like 700 encounters afterwards being totally normal, I was like, I guess that just happened. But why can't I just get a shiny Turtwig? So that was a little insane. And then yesterday, I believe, I got all 4 games had a female Turtwig at the same time. Again. I'm like, this doesn't feel right, you know? But all these games are authentic. They're being played on actual, like, DSs. The clocks on those DSs are working fine. So I'm just confused. I have really good luck, just not where it matters. So no Turtwig, not yet. But I do be getting all the women. The women love me! And I love the women. So many Turtwig. So many women. Well, let's not jump to conclusions. Did you do the shiny Rayquaza raids? Yeah. I had a sponsored stream for that and it was great. Thank you again to the Pokemon Company for the sponsorship offer. Really grateful for that because that felt so incredibly on brand. Absolutely insane. I will say it was a shame that the raids got stream sniped. Like, we had to do this thing where I just covered up the screen and said the link code out loud, which did fix the problem. I'm surprised no one has made a shiny Catherine out of context video. You know what? Yeah, you know, it concerns me a little because I do say some kind of insane things sometimes. The magical time traveling Rayquaza. That was one of my favorite things. Man. No one has made a shiny Catherine out of context yet. That is true. It could happen. Listen, I am not opposed to people making like clips, making clip channels, as long as I'm aware of them, you know? Because I like seeing what clips you guys are big fans of, you know? What stupid things I've done. Because I do a lot of stupid stuff. I'm a little bit dumb in the brain. You can't make shiny Catherine out of context. That'd just be all her videos. Man. Yeah, fun fact, kind of. I don't know if it's really a fact. So, well, the one part that is a fact. My first 8192 shiny hunt, not my first 8192 shiny, was Chikorita in Heart Gold. One of these cartridges is the same cartridge where I got a shiny Chikorita. Yes, I deleted that save file. But that's okay. And I honestly think that Chikorita might be my longest shiny hunt that I've ever done. Encounters wise, I don't know how many encounters it was. I just know that it took a long time. And these resets are so fast. The fact that I didn't find anything for like a really, really long time is crazy. I'm using actual DSs right now. I've got this whole setup going. It's crazy. Do you have any strong opinions about bringing base shiny odds down to 1 in 4K? Not really. I do think that finding shinies with 1 in 8,192 odds is so cool, but I also think that 1 in 4096 shinies are cool as well. Though I was thinking about this, because I was like, this might be a hot take. I do think that it's kind of, I think 1 in 8,192 would make sense for Scarlet and Violet. I'm just gonna say it. Because there are so many Pokemon that show up in a certain span of time. The amount of encounters that you're getting in a certain period of time is so much higher than it used to be. 1 in 4096 made sense for like Gen 6 and 7, and Gen 8 as well. But once we got to Scarlet and Violet especially, it's kind of one of those things where the whimsy is just a little less than usual. And I love Scarlet and Violet. I do a lot of shiny hunting on those games. Most of my videos are Scarlet and Violet related. But a lot of the time, I do specific shiny hunts where the Pokemon themselves are rare. Like, they'll have a certain mark, or it'll be a Pokemon with a low encounter rate. But finding a shiny, like, I feel like if they brought it back up to 8192 in Scarlet and Violet, well, 1, I feel like it would make shinies feel a lot more rewarding. But 2, people would be pissed. There would be a lot of people who would be really annoyed. That's the thing. But yeah, I just think that once you've raised the base odds, you can't lower them. Because if you lower them, people will be furious. No spamming, dude. No spamming. Spam is bad. But yeah, no, I have not watched Jaden's new video. I've been hanging out with family. Touching grass and stuff. I've been adventuring, having a good time. It's been nice. I've been petting a lot of puppies. People are still mad about shiny locks. That I can agree with. Are you a coffee person? I've never had coffee in my life. Which sounds absurd. But I mean, it was just how I was raised. But yeah, I do think that shiny locks are just silly. I don't have a cat. I could make it really awkward and just be like, the cat's dead. But that was years ago. Like before my channel even started. But yeah, that's the thing. I just find shiny locks kind of silly. I guess that was after the channel started. I named my shiny Sprigatito in one of my videos after him. I think I showed a picture of my cat lying down under a bed with a piece of broccoli, looking really cursed and unhinged. Really, really good picture. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. That was so long ago. Not the whole the cat's gone part, but the fact that I named a Sprigatito after him. Honestly, I don't know what my favorite Eeveelution is. I kind of like alternate between Leafeon and Glaceon. Glaceon was my favorite when I was younger, but I really, really like Shiny Leafeon. Or not Shiny Leafeon, though I do like Shiny Leafeon. I like Leafeon. I really like Leafeon's design. It's just Glaceon has a lot more sentimental value to me, but I just love the design. I think that Sylveon's nice, but there's just something about Leafeon and Glaceon's designs that I really love. When it comes to shinies, no doubt Sylveon is my favorite. But then my top 3 Eeveelutions in general are Leafeon, Glaceon, and Sylveon, in no particular order. They're just so pretty. That's the thing, yeah. They're just good. All the Eeveelutions have such nice designs. You and me both. I really want to hunt for Shiny Mew at some point. I do have Emerald. But I think I'd have to use glitches in order to get to Mew in the first place to shiny hunt it. It's just how it is. I don't know, personally, like, yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Jolteon and Flareon's designs, but I think they're all right. I do think it's kind of interesting that Jolteon is so much more dog-like than all the other Eeveelutions. Like, if you look at it in Scarlet or Violet, like, it's got that mouth. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, the other ones are, like, such a mix between, like, dogs and cats, but Jolteon is just a dog. Jolteon is a straight-up dog. Which do you like better, Zacian or Zamazenta? I gotta say Zacian. I also don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but that's okay. Yeah, Espeon is like straight up cat. We've got one straight up dog and one straight up cat, and then the rest are like, they're just there. They exist. And that's not in a bad way. Just FYI. Yeah, I found that really interesting that even though the legendaries themselves are like Zacian and Zamazenta are genderless in the games, something I believe in their Pokedex entries claims that Zacian is a girl and Zamazenta is a boy. If I recall correctly, I know that Zacian's a girl. I also have a shiny Zacian, which is really nice. I didn't get shiny Zamazenta though. I missed all those shiny legendary events in Sword and Shield, which sucks for me. But because they're in Pokemon Go now, I was able to do some raids and I got shiny Zacian. No luck with Zamazenta yet, but we'll see. I do love just dog carrying a sword in its mouth. There's something magical about it. Yeah, dude, I love what they're doing with the Galarian birds. Though I have seen quite a few people fail shiny ones in Go. because of it's kind of difficult to fail them, but it's not that difficult if you're using an coucher? Okay. An auto catcher like the Go Plus or Go Plus Plus. They can flee if you're using those because of the way that they work. The auto coucher. Yeah, honestly, I would say same for me, but I work from home. I shiny hunt, baby. Which I'm very grateful for, by the way. I just want to make that clear. Because I was thinking about this yesterday. Because I used to work retail and it was difficult. And I didn't realize at the time that I had an anxiety disorder. And like on a really bad level. I wasn't diagnosed until like a few months after leaving that job, I think. And here's the thing. I just want to first off say, guys, you have to have so much respect for retail workers. And I'm not just saying this because I would want that respect. Though, yes, of course. But here's the thing. This is a job that a lot of people don't want. But it's just something that people have to have in order to pay the bills. And people will get really mad at retail workers when they're just doing their job. It's a lot of don't shoot the messenger. I had this one time where the store that I worked at, my manager at one point was like, okay, so you're gonna be manning the self-checkout, but instead of having the plastic bags in the bagging area so people can just grab them, you have to carry the whole pile of bags around the whole time. And when people want bags, you ask them how many bags they want, and then punch it in for them. Because they just didn't trust that the customers would punch in the number of bags they used. And people were really mad. And yeah, this was something where even the manager was like, yeah, we just have to. And it was infuriating. The fact that that shift was the only time that they did this. Because at that point, the manager was like, yeah, we can't do this. It doesn't matter what the higher ups say. But like, I was getting yelled at for like 5 hours straight. Because why do people have to call me over to ask for bags and have me punch it in when they're totally capable of punching it in for themselves? And you know, that was just one of the rough times at work. It's a really stressful thing. And I think that, here's the thing. It probably would have been an easier job for me to handle if I didn't have anxiety. But I didn't know that at the time. I just thought that going to work is like an ordeal. On days where I just had like a 5-hour shift in the evenings, on like a Saturday, I would spend my entire day before then just in my room because I was incapable of doing anything for the entire day because I know that I have work. So, all that being said, I am just so incredibly grateful to have the job that I have right now. And I have a lot of respect for retail workers. Those jobs are stressful. They really, really are. So, chat. Let's all remember to respect customer service workers, because they have to deal with a lot of really mean customers. And quite frankly, the thing is that jobs like this, and I hate to say it because, you know, the customer's always right sometimes. But the job itself would not be difficult. The challenges come from customers. Sometimes intentionally, sometimes unintentionally. There can just be like little mistakes where, oh, oops, someone dropped a carton of eggs and now that's spilled everywhere and we have to clean that up and someone has to go grab a new carton for them. You know, stuff like that. And then there are other things where people will yell at you because they didn't get a $30 discount using their points card that they don't have. True story, by the way. And the bathroom was on fire. Those two things happened at the same time. It was very funky. Dude, that's insane. I hope you're doing all right under the circumstances because an allergic reaction like that is insane. Yeah, do I tell the story? I love telling this story. I've told it like probably 5 or 6 times on stream. So, and I'm gonna say allegedly for some parts of this. I don't think that like I don't even this. I'll just get to it. It's absurd. So, yes, it is Crab Guy Curb Platinum. It is Crab Guy. Which is gonna have even more people in chat being like, huh? Crab Guy? So yes, Crab Guy, bathroom fire, someone couldn't get a $30 discount. Let's talk about it. So, one day, I was just at work, another usual evening shift. Someone runs out of the washroom. It's like, the bathroom's on fire. Lo and behold, smoke starts coming out of the bathroom. Fire department comes over. They put a giant industrial fan in there to keep the smoke, like, to cool it down. Because it wasn't that bad of a fire. Like, it was bad enough that the people running the checkouts, I believe it was checkouts 1 through 8. May have been 1 through 6. All of those ones, people who were working at those ones had to close their, like, shut down their line so no one else could go through there and move over to checkouts that were a little further away. I was at checkout number 4. So obviously, it was too dangerous. I needed to close down my thing. So I turn off my light at my checkout to show that it's closed, but I still have one more customer left. I hope I pronounce your name right. Frost Arcane. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I'm sorry. But welcome to the Frequent Flyers! So, I turn off the light. There's still one more person in my line. This person has a lot of stuff. Like, a lot. And so it took a while and like the firemen were just watching and waiting because, you know, I'm supposed to leave this checkout, but I can't until I'm done with the customer. And I finally get done. And they're like, okay, can I get $30 off of this? And I was like, yeah, do you have your points card? Because if you wanna earn points, you have to have your, well, if you want to earn points, as long as you have the phone number or whatever, you're able to earn the points. But if you want to redeem them, you have to have the actual points card with you. They didn't have the points card with them. And I was like, look, we can get that sorted at the customer service desk, which was only like 20 feet away. Not far at all. And they were just like, I refuse to leave this checkout until I get my $30 off. I'm like, I can't do anything here. I literally can't. There's nothing I can do. And I was just like, look, there's smoke. We need to close this down. We can move you over there. And they just refused. I don't even know how the rest of this went. My supervisor ended up handling it, and I ended up going home early because I was just about ready to have a panic attack because there's a loud fan going, there's smoke everywhere. we can't hear each other because we're also, not only is there that sound, but also masks do make it difficult to hear people. And the plexiglass as well. This was in 2021, I believe. Also, I still think that people should mask up, especially if they're not feeling well. It's just not even a hot take, it's just a take. But yeah, all of this was happening. I ended up going home. I got some ice cream. It was a stressful day. I even called off work the next day because I was so stressed out. I was just so incredibly easily stressed out, but I think it was justified there. Anyways, so you might be wondering why we said crab guy earlier. Because at one point later, like a few months later, I was asking my coworkers. I was like, so do we know what happened with that? Why there was a fire in the bathroom? And my coworker's like, oh yeah, crab guy. I'm like, what? What do you mean crab guy? And so he goes on to explain that there was someone who used to work at this grocery store. And this grocery store had a seafood department with actual live crabs. And apparently, oh, I guess that this one didn't, hold on. Gotta focus on this. Don't want to fail a shiny or anything. So this guy really cared about the crabs. Like, a lot. He would steal the crabs, put them in a shopping cart, and take them on a little adventure through the grocery store. Sometimes would just take the crabs and release them into the wild, as in the parking lot. And apparently it was the final straw when they put salad in the crab tank. So, with all these things that are very much, you're not allowed to do that, they ended up getting fired. And apparently, in retaliation, lit flares in the bathroom. Is that not illegal? Well, yeah, but is lighting a bathroom on fire not illegal as well? But yeah, so that was an interesting thing. And here's the thing, I wasn't fully convinced because I was like, oh, apparently I peeked the mic, sorry. I wasn't fully convinced because this guy gave off, like, this coworker of mine seemed kind of like he'd make some jokes here and there. So I was like, I don't know. But then when, like, one of my supervisors, like, without me asking about Crab Guy in the first place, when I asked my supervisor, one of the most, like, stoic supervisors I've ever had, like, what happened with the bathroom, they were like, yeah, Crab Guy. I'm like, what? This is real. Allegedly, I will say. I don't know how, like, I'm saying that for legal reasons, but I don't know how there would be any sort of legal action for me saying that a guy lit flares in the bathroom in retaliation for getting fired for putting salad in the crab tank, which sounds absurd. But at the very least, if the crab guy story isn't real, the bathroom fire definitely was. I was there. It sucked. The next day, I went to a local game store and I got a Vulpix plushie. Real fire moment. Oh, I guess we're getting Chikorita over here. Every once in a while, they're not in sync. Sounds like an average Tuesday in Florida, but that's not normal for Canada. Here's the thing. Yeah, we already have 2 Cyndaquil. These little Cyndaquil that are bouncing around, these are the 2 shinies that I've gotten on this hunt. average Friday in Canada. That's a Canada February 30th. I believe it. Never happens here in Canada unless it's hockey season. Real. One of the shinies was over odds. It was 9,000 something. And the other one was under odds. I want to say it was in the 2,000s, but it could have been as low as like 14K. 14K? 1,400. I'm going insane. Man, I hope none of these hunts go to 14K. I have a feeling that Turtwig isn't looking too great. I'll be real with you. Because considering the things that have happened, it's starting to make me wonder if there's something wrong with the RNG and I'm just never gonna get a Turtwig. But I don't know. I really don't know. What I do know, well, I can't say that I know it for sure, but I just have the feeling that Turtwig is gonna go over 10K. I just have the sneaking suspicion. Yeah, so I got Cyndaquil already. I kind of wanted to keep it secret, but then I was like, you know what, whatever. I want to get all the starters, so might as well just say I've gotten 2 shiny Cyndaquil, both of which are Jolly Nature, and they were each on different games, so it's not like there was some like RNG clone or something. I don't even know how that would work. It goes up by 9 every soft reset because it's, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I can't word, 7, 8, 9, you know? There are 9 Pokemon at once, and I'm counting how many Pokemon I'm seeing because we're just hunting for a shiny in general, so an encounter is an encounter, you know? And then, of course, I can divide it by 9 and we can see how many encounters it's actually been. Why does the one game... It's really weird because, so I do have these, there are some special physical components in these DSs. They have controller receivers so that I can control them all using one controller. But sometimes one of them just won't pick up. But I think it's weird the one that hasn't been picking up a lot is the one that's like closest to my controller. Yeah, it's very weird. Oh, also, Skyfish. You know how I said that one of the DSs had a broken touchscreen, like that the display wasn't working? It just randomly resolved itself over time. I don't know why, I don't know how, but you know, I'll take it. Like, it just, I don't know. Because there was something wrong with the touchscreen where it just, like, didn't work at all when I first got these DSs. But it's just fine now. So I'm pretty sure that's one of the DSs that I'm using right now. And yeah, it's totally fine. It's very strange. See, that's always nice when there's some sort of technical issue and then it just resolves itself. Yeah, and then the ribbon cable is just okay now. Because yeah, that's what I think it was. I think that the ribbon cable was loose, but it just resolved itself. I haven't gone into the components of this. I'm not good with electrical stuff. And technology hates me. This is just a known thing. Oh yeah, so what I do for my Switch, I have an external capture card, or actually I used to. Well, I guess technically it's external when it comes to the Switch. You connect the Switch to, since it uses HDMI, you can connect it to an HDMI capture card and then connect that to your computer, and then you can record on your Switch. I've been doing that since like 2019, I think, which is really cool. But yeah, sorry, I lost my train of thought. My brain's so empty. It's been a funky time. But yeah, so I have a capture card, I have my PC, I have my Switch. Though the capture card that I currently use, I believe, I haven't really looked into it since I got it. It was discontinued at the time, but they may have brought it back. It's the Elgato Camlink Pro. It's mainly used for, as the name implies, linking your cameras to it. It has 4 HDMI inputs, but I don't use it for cameras. I use it for 4 switches, even though I don't ever have that many switches connected to my PC. But that might change. I do want to hunt for Stellar Giraffe Rig. But yeah, though the thing is with that capture card, I actually, dude, I kid you not, I upgraded a ton of stuff on my PC just so that this capture card would work with it, because it's an internal capture card for the PC. It's external for the Switch, but it's inside of my PC. It uses a certain amount of PCIe slots, and I didn't have enough slots for it. So I got like a new motherboard and a whole bunch of new components, also that I could quad hunt on my Switch, which I haven't done yet, but I have gone as high as 3 switches at once. And for DSs, it's a little more complicated because DSs don't have HDMI or anything. It's something where it does require new physical components in your 3DS or DS or whatever. So I do have that, and it is pretty pricey. It's one of those things where if this is a really big hobby for you and you're willing to spend the money, I don't see why. I don't see anything wrong with doing it. I did not install the DS boards myself because I just don't trust myself with that. I'm sorry. First off, to answer your question, does you autism? I don't heckin' know. I don't know. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that if it's yes, but I don't know. And I'm sorry, yeah, I had to respond to that because it's the way that it's worded kills me, and it's really funny. Here's the thing. I don't know. Assessments for that are so expensive. Do you ADHD? Listen, hold on. Chat, I need to grab something, 1 second. Hold on. Images, tools, color, transparent. Let me just, hold on. I got this. Save image. Hold on, chat. Listen. This right here? See this? Oh, I moved something else. Oops. You see this? This right here? This is an apple, right? You know what this means? This means that there are no doctors in chat. 0. So not a single one of you can say that I have ADHD. because you don't have the credentials. Get good. Welcome to my TED Talk. That's the end of it. Thank you very much. I hope I didn't mess up my layout. I think I put it back to normal, but that's okay. Well, the doctors can't be in this chat. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. And there's that apple. That's the quota. Actual doctors in chat melting at the sight of the apple. Does being the kid of a nurse count as being a medical profession? No! If it did, that would be nepotism. You want an apple now? Okay, doctors, look away. Whoa, would you look at that? It's an apple. Ooh, ooh. The doctors, they're afraid now. Run. Sorry, I'm way too amused by this. 3%? Are you saying 3% of my channel members are doctors? Is that the implication here? That's a really good implication if so. I think apples are great. They're one of my favorite fruits. Let's go. Favorite Miku song? I love this question. I love this question. Unknown Mother Goose. It's so good. It's so good. I love it with all my heart. I got to hear it at Miku Expo and I cried. Like, I'm not even kidding. I didn't think I would, but I did. Because I also didn't think that they would play that song. Play it? I can't play it. I'm gonna get DMCA'd. I don't own the song. But I love that song so much. You gotta listen to it. If you haven't heard it before, Unknown Mother Goose. Look it up. It's so good. Then buy it. No. Nuh-uh. The MCA is cringe. I agree. I understand why it's there, but like, it is cringe. I am a little confused with the Gracidia flower and how it works, because quite frankly, it's not how it works that I'm confused by. It's how, like, what makes Shaymin back into land form, because it doesn't just change back to land form when it turns to night. I've had multiple times where I had a Shaymin sky form in the middle of the night on the game, and I don't know how or why. But I don't complain because I like Shaymin Skyform. I really do. I feel like I liked its design more on the 2D games though. It's not that I don't like it now. I just think that I didn't expect Shaymin in 3D to have a head shape like that of Sackboy from LittleBigPlanet. Is that a weird take? I don't think I'm wrong. Like, I don't have an image on me of Shaymin from the front. But like, it looks like that. Listen, go watch my Shaymin video. I know this is a shameless plug now, but it's literally like, you gotta hold on. Let me grab this. I will go watch my own video. I gotta get a screenshot of this. I gotta show you. It'll make sense. You'll understand when you see it. Or you won't, and then I'll just be crazy. Which is entirely possible. Okay, let's see. No, I don't wanna grab Chikorita. Nuh-uh, not yet. There we go. I need to look at Shaymin from the front because it really does look like that, and it's not a bit. Hold on, I gotta, hold on, I got this. I gotta save the image. This is so tedious. These games are so out of sync. What is going on? Okay, hold on. So you see this Shaymin right here? Oh, I don't want the Chikorita. Oh my gosh, do I have to accept the Chikorita right now? Is that what's happening? No, I need to just, hold on. So, Shaymin, right? Looks like this. Now let me get a picture of Sackboy. Because look at it. Look at that face shape. Look at that face shape. Don't even tell me that I'm wrong. Let's just grab this image, this random image that is not transparent at all. Look at this. Look at this sample. That head shape. Shaymin is Sackboy. I'm not wrong. It's there. I'm not even wrong. And it feels great because I'm just not wrong. I love LittleBigPlanet. I was obsessed with it as a kid. See, I'm not wrong. I'm totally right about this, and I'm really proud of that. I'm proud that I am right. Because it is. It really is. And that's what I'm saying. I did not expect Shaymin Skyform to have the head shape of Sackboy, but it does. I love LittleBigPlanet so much. I'm so sad that it's basically dead. I used to go visit the fam. Actually, no, it kind of shut down like before I moved out. But we used to all hang out together and play LittleBigPlanet. We would go online and check out this one. We would check out all the scary levels online. And none of them were really scary. They were more so just hilarious. And there was one where they... I think it was supposed to be a scary doctor level. And the doctor comes in and is like, ready for your surgery. Like they spell it wrong. And it's so good, and it's my favorite level ever, and I wish I could check it out still. But no, it's gone. Because the internet doesn't work anymore. I think it was like SURGUR. Yeah. Ready for your surgery. And it is something that I reference a lot with my friends and family. And I don't know how, because how do you reference, like, when is ready for your surgery relevant? I've never had surgery. How many Nintendo consoles do you have? Too many. I don't have a Wii. I don't have a Wii U. I don't have any, like, consoles. I've always been a handheld sort of person. But I have a lot of DSs. Most of them I've gotten in recent years. So keep that in mind. But, like, right now I'm using 4 DSs that I got, like, months ago. I don't have a Wii, but my family did. And then I moved out. But yeah, I have a lot of DSs because I was obsessed with Flipnote Studio and Flipnote Hatena. I ended up having 3 DSIs because I broke 2 of them. Do you have double source of DSs? Maybe. Maybe, possibly. Am I a little ashamed? Maybe a little bit. But also not, because it's for shiny hunting. It's necessary. It wasn't necessary when I got them, when I was younger. But these DS systems are very useful. I wouldn't call it a business expense, it just isn't. Well, these more recent DSs, yes, technically they are. But most of the DS systems that I have are from before I even started YouTube. I'd never even had an original DS model, like the chunky DSs. Until I got my quad setup. Yeah, this is currently 4,005 encounters. These encounters are so fast. So yeah, technically these 4 DSs that I got can be considered tax write-offs, which is so bizarre. But this is technically my job. It's so weird because to me it's a hobby, but I mean every once in a while there's stuff that really stresses me out and reminds me that yeah, it's a job. But the actual shiny hunting part, it's a hobby for me. Dude, I feel like we shouldn't get into like explaining taxes and finances and stuff because I am not an expert with that in the slightest. But yeah, tax write-offs are, I mean, in this sense, it's, let's say you have a business and you buy stuff that's specifically for your business, you can consider that a tax write-off, and then like you won't pay as much in taxes. It's so bleh. Does you taxes, Catherine? Yes. I'm not gonna why would I heckin' why are we talking about taxes? I barely understand them, dude. It's so complicated, it stresses me out. I do not tax fraud. I'm scared of accidentally doing that. I still will like call up my dad and be like, hey, can I just work with your accountant? Because it's so complicated. Because not only that, I'm also a dual citizen. I know I say I'm Canadian and I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. My parents are Canadian. I've lived in Canada since I was 2. But I've lived in Canada since I was 2. So I am also American. Which means that taxes are even more complicated. And it's really painful. It makes me want to cry. Anyways, shinies! Let's get them! If we get a shiny during the stream, should I just call it tax time? That's not how it works. If I don't pay the correct amount of taxes for the US, then like that'll be a problem. I gotta do taxes properly, dude. I don't condone crime. Just FYI. Fun fact, the IRS is at your door. Well, they would look at my taxes and be like, you're good. Okay, let's not encourage spamming. That's like the not fun thing to do. Just call it tax return since it's your content. Is Does You Autism gonna be in the video? You're the person who asked that. Now you just said that because you wanted that to be a bit. Didn't you, Squidward? Should I do graffiti? What are you? Skyfish. Is this just to go with the crime bit, or is this just completely unrelated? Because now I'm curious and also concerned. Yeah, okay. Crime butt. Crime butt. Crime bit. Nice. Why are we are we just crazy today? Are we just insane? Is this how it is? Should I start calling my mom maternal figure? Well, you know what? Okay, so my contacts on my phone have been the same for, oh yeah, also we're now at half odds. Let's go. My contacts on my phone have been the same since like high school, since like the beginning of high school. My parents are still in my contacts as, in all caps, mother, and then a police car emoji, and father with a police car emoji. They are not police. But I think we all understand. And there's even like, and it's so funny. Like if my parents text me, it'll play this like really suspenseful sound if I have the sound on, which I usually don't. But every once in a while I forget, and then I get a text from my parents, and I'm just like, what? It's really, really funny to me. Cause yeah, no, they aren't cops. They've never been cops. It's just parents, you know? Doot, doot, doot. The mother shit. That's really good. What's my fave gen? Probably Gen 4. Oh, thank you, Ghost. Wow. I totally get tax returns on this. Yippee! Also, after stream, I might have a members only video coming out. I'm not saying that as a like, hey, by the way, become a channel member. No, I'm just saying that for those of you who are channel members. It's just gonna be, I want to talk about my bingo card in detail. My 2025 bingo card. Because it's interesting. At least I think it is. Favorite shiny from Gen 4? Unfortunately, by saying Gen 4 instead of any other gen, the answer is clear because my favorite shiny is Giratina. My favorite shiny ever is Giratina. But I also really like shiny Cresselia. Thank you for the super chat, JDB. I had to slow that down because I was worried that I would say the wrong letters. My brain's empty. Oh, I don't think that we should rank countries. I think that's silly. and also partially political, and I'm shiny hunting. Do you have a playlist for the music you use in streams and vids? I wish that I had like a playlist of that on YouTube, but no, these are actually just from like, I actually bought the soundtracks. So these are like the actual iTunes files. So they're just locally on my PC. Are you in 2025 right now or no? No. I am in fact going to be one of the last people to be in 2025. I don't think the absolute last. I think that is Hawaii last? I think Hawaii might be last. Not sure. If I recall correctly, I believe that's the case. I'm in Pacific time. Oh yeah, also the music right now is New Leaf. I don't know how I have that, I'll be real with you. But most of these you'll notice are like Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Diamond Pearl, Platinum. Well, I think it's just the Diamond Pearl soundtrack. Favorite Gen 8 shiny. I knew this for a second here and then I immediately lost it. I really like shiny Gossifleur. It looks so pretty. Welcome to the Frequent Flyers random game stuff. Sorry, I'm looping through these starters over and over again. I just don't want to miss one, you know? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that for me Hawaii is like 3 hours behind Pacific, I think. From what I recall from being there in August. Which, to be fair, I really enjoyed that trip, but I did get like heat exhaustion, potentially heat stroke, though I don't think it was that bad, on like day 1. So, but that was entirely my bad. And it also means that next year's Worlds is gonna be an absolute blast in comparison. Even though I already had a blast, you know? Yep, that is correct. It is 12:19 for me. I'm also hoping that my hair won't be so floofy. I was not prepared for how floofy my hair would be because of the, what's the word? Why am I forgetting the word right now? What? I know this word. It's like on the tip of my tongue right now. Humidity, that's what it is. Dude, the text is so small on the screen, I'm so sorry. Is that Kilodile? Is that what it is? Kilodile Games? Sorry, I'm saying that in such a way that I feel so bad, but... Thank you for joining the Frequent Flyers! Yippee! But yeah, my hair is absolutely insane with humidity. And here's the thing. I had it in my head that, and I know this is a little insane, I wasn't going to wash my hair while I was in Hawaii. That was my original plan, and then I realized I can't do that. Because it's just that humid. But the problem is, by washing my hair, that's what made it floofy. So that was, it really sucked. Like, the night that I arrived, I was like, I need to shower, it's too humid. And and then I was like, man, but this sucks because now my hair isn't gonna be all nice. So for the entire event, I had the floofiest hair. And welcome to the Frequent Flyers, Curly Bug. I use legitimate DSs. I don't emulate my games. It's just they do have special circuit boards so that they can have capture cards and whatnot. But mind you, that is pretty pricey. It's just, this is my preference, and I know that it's a more expensive preference, but it is what it is. But that's exactly it. Mine did look like that. It was all over the place. My hair was untamable. It was like a beast. It had a mind of its own. And so I'm really, really hoping that it won't be so bad in Anaheim, but it shouldn't be. I've been to Anaheim before. Well, you say that, but a tax write-off doesn't mean that it's free. It's still expensive. Oh no, oh no. These are all so out of sync. Help. Well, I guess we're doing it like this. Yippee! Spot any shinies? Because I don't. Yeah, mine was from Loopy. I think. For these DSs, I'm not actually entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. My 3DS is definitely Loopy. Out of context, that's silly. My 3DS is definitely Loopy. Gotcha. Yeah, I thought it was from Loopy because I don't really know anyone else who's still doing capture boards. Doot, doot, doot. But look at how quick these encounters are. The amount of, like, we've been streaming for like an hour and a half. These are so fast. Not only is it more Pokemon in each reset, but also the resets are so quick in comparison to Turtwig. Slide the right slider so you get the DS's volume higher. Should I? I don't think you'll be able to hear it on here. Also, my DS's are kind of plugged into my PC right now. Here, you can kind of hear it. I'm gonna turn that off now. Yippee! Do, 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 do. What was your favorite video you did this year? That is so difficult because I don't really have favorites. This year has been such a blur. You know? It's been crazy. It's been so fast. It's been so all over the place. It's been an amazing year and also a really rough one in some ways. You know? It's been very stressful, but it was also just an absolute blast. I absolutely loved the Synchro Hide and Seek series. It will be continuing. It just takes a long time to edit those videos. And to be honest, I haven't been working on editing those videos because it's a lot. My brain has been like, don't do it. Don't do it yet. But, you know, it's been really nice. I got to hunt for Shaymin. I finally got one of my favorite, well, my favorite mythical Pokemon in shiny form. And a Pokemon that was my favorite for a really long time. Yeah, my brain doesn't like to brain very much. You know, I've made a lot of videos this year. I'm looking at my channel right now and it's kind of crazy to me. And I'm kind of proud of that, I can't lie. I don't know if I'm gonna have as many videos this upcoming year as I had for 2024. just because of the magnitude of some of these videos that are going to come up, but we'll see. And yeah, not to mention we hit 400k. Absolutely insane. It's been like, honestly, it's been a really scary year in just because YouTube Shorts, right? YouTube Shorts really stressed me out and I spent too much time on them, but I felt very dependent on them because I feel like the Dunsparce series did really well, you know? And it's just, I felt like for a little while, I felt like I couldn't do well without YouTube Shorts. And I'm so incredibly grateful that that's not the case. Because quite frankly, when it comes to, if I had to choose two things between the three options of long form videos, short form videos, and streaming, I would do long form videos and streaming. And that too, Shorts commenters are also just generally a little crazy in comparison to the commenters on my regular videos. That being said, I really hate that it's like this. I do look at comments from time to time. I know I don't look at them as much as I used to. And it's not something of I get too many comments now. It's more of the more people see you, like, it doesn't matter how many people have, like, really appreciate your channel. The more people know you, the more there are people who don't like you. That's just how it works. And so that does result in some mean comments. And so I think it's best for my mental health to not pay attention to those, you know? Oh, and thank you for the super chat, Zoe. Got an Eon ticket on the New York City subway this May. That's crazy. Best of luck on Latios. I know that the Eon ticket hunt, if we're talking Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, that was a really fun hunt for me. I didn't do it on the channel. I did this like years ago. But one of my first shiny legendaries was Latios. It wasn't my very first. I think my first one was Mesprit. But still, very, very cool. It's also just a really enjoyable hunt. Yeah, that is true. There was one stream, and this is, okay. This is gonna be a little no filter of me, I feel. Obviously, I want my channel to cater towards people who are like me, who enjoy shiny hunts like this that are tedious and, you know, we're not too, like, insane. But there was one time where it was definitely like this one stream was so bizarre because the chat, it felt like the comment section of YouTube Shorts was suddenly my entire chat in a stream one time. And it was really weird. It was, dare I say, very brain rot behavior. And it's just, you know, it's a part of the reason why I decided to stop doing YouTube Shorts, because it just didn't feel very fulfilling if the wrong audience was seeing it. And the thing is, YouTube Shorts are so often pushed to a younger audience, to the point where you'll notice that my long form videos have never been marked as made for kids, but my YouTube Shorts have. It wasn't the Weekend stream. It was one of the Shiny Meloetta streams. it was insane. Like I was talking to Ghosty afterwards and I was like, I don't know what happened. Like I felt, I'm gonna be real with you, I felt awful. I was worried that maybe my whole audience has changed, and not in a way that feels sustainable and in a way that I enjoy. And I was scared that like this is just how my streams would be from then on, and I honestly just was like, I don't know if I should stream at all. But thankfully it was literally just the one stream. And it wasn't something of like, I never want to keep people away from my content by being like, I don't like your behavior. But of course there are some things where I do draw the line and I have my boundaries for what is okay and what's not okay on stream. And it felt like all of a sudden my entire chat was just behaving in the way that I'm not okay with. And I felt like, you know, I feel like generally speaking, a shiny hunt like this is really nice because it's one where not a lot of stuff happens, and that results in the people who are a little more unhinged being bored and not being in chat. And so it's kind of funky. Like so. I'm glad we have a prime example in chat. That was a really funny example. Because yeah, a shiny hunt like this can be boring. That is true. But that's the thing. Sometimes it's really nice to have stuff on YouTube that isn't so everything's happening every 2 seconds, you know? Like I know that my channel, I feel like my channel is in this weird in-between spot because I really like old school YouTube. And I know that a lot of new stuff on YouTube is so fast-paced. It's just so quick. But with stuff like this, it's just very nice and chill. It's chill, but then you also have those shiny hunts that have like 100 phases, and those are really fun, really crazy videos. Synchro hide and seek is all over the place, you know? I'm not gonna blame anyone for the way YouTube is, except for YouTube themselves. I will say that. Because I feel like YouTube nowadays is very business oriented. And I can understand why. Because here's the thing. If someone's job is just... Why is this one not responding? Okay, there we go. One of the things with YouTube is that it's just so business oriented. And I can understand it to an extent because, I mean, there are people on here like myself whose full-time job is YouTube. And so there are things like where I want to have a consistent upload schedule. But there are times where I've really felt like YouTube doesn't really have its creators at heart. Just from speaking with people and just the features that they've had, you know? It's just a lot of stuff that's like made to, like, they'll make a bunch of announcements that are like, oh, this will be better for your revenue and for the algorithm and blah blah blah, and I'm just like, I just want to have things that make streams more enjoyable. I want to have stuff that just makes YouTube as a whole more enjoyable, you know? not trying to be a bummer, you know? It's just one of those things where I know that this is technically my job, but I really just want this to be fun. It's part of why I'm doing all these full odds hunts. I know I haven't found any shinies recently. I haven't had the best luck, but it's just once the video is out for like the Dream Team quest that we haven't even gotten the first Pokemon in this Dream Team quest for Turtwig. Well, for Platinum. First one is Turtwig. We still haven't gotten it. But that's one of those things where this hunt is gonna take forever. But it's something that I really want to do, and I think it's really fun. And you know, the video about it will be really fun too. One of my things with... I feel like I'm not doing what would get me to, like... I have a lot of goals, but a lot of them are very sentimental, and then there are other ones that are more like, oh, I want to have a video hit trending. Because I've had a YouTube short hit trending, but I've never had a long form video hit the trending tab. So like that's a goal of mine, but it's something where I haven't been doing the stuff that would get me to that because I'm not that business oriented. I'm not really doing things for what the algorithm wants most, even though it can seem like that at times. Here's the thing, there are bigger creators who do hide and seek. And this isn't something of like, oh, I haven't gotten on there, but they have. It's just, yeah, I am, even though, like, let's be honest, I do have a really big following and I'm incredibly grateful for that. But there are so many people who vastly, like, who are doing way better than I am, you know? And so I can understand why I haven't gotten on trending, and that's okay, because I'm just doing my own thing. I'm honestly curious who was the first person to do a hide and seek video. Because I knew that this would happen. When I uploaded my video of, when I uploaded my most recent Synchro Hide and Seek video, there were a couple people who were like, you're copying Purple Cliff. And I'm like, my first episode came out before his? Huh? And also, just to clarify, it's hide and seek. It's prop hunt. Are we gatekeeping prop hunt now? Hello? Are we hearing ourselves? No one copied anyone, you know? It's just one of those things. Just gatekeeping hide and seek is so silly. Blue's here. Blue is here. Yeah, the resets are insane. The fact that it's taken me like weeks to get to this many encounters for Turtwig, and then I've done this. I started this hunt yesterday. Make his name Blue. How? Huh? Splatoon hide and seek? That sounds insane. I have actually played hide and seek in Splatoon before. Not for content or anything, but yeah. Yeah, because we've played it together, Blue. I really don't like when the games get out of sync, because like I see a different color on one screen, I'm like, oh, maybe. Yeah, just I've had things in the past. I don't like talking about drama stuff because at the end of the day, I just like shiny hunting. When I did the Dunsparce series, there were quite a few people who also started doing it. And just to clarify, that's okay. In fact, I think that's awesome. I'm very flattered by it. My issue was that there were people who were in the comments of those people's shorts being like, you copied Shiny Catherine. I don't care. Like, it got to the point where I was commenting on people's shorts just to make sure that people have proof that I'm cool with it. Because, like, just in case, because there were some people who were commenting on these ones, so I would comment on those ones that had comments like that and just be like, hey guys, just FYI, this person does have my permission. I very much encourage people to shiny hunt like this. I think it's really fun. So let's not accuse people of copying. And that way, those creators can pin that comment if they want to. Just to have that little, hey, this is totally cool. And yeah, that's exactly it. It's white knighting and it's infuriating. It honestly, it does so much more harm than it does good. It doesn't do any good. Let's be real. Especially like, why would we keep a shiny hunt, guys? That's like, what? Quite frankly, I probably wasn't even the first person to shiny hunt Dunsparce in the way that I did. I just, at one point, I was like, this sounds like a fun way to go about YouTube Shorts, because doing something where it's a daily format sounds really cool. And so it worked, you know? But it's like, I'm sure that there are tons of people who also had the same idea in mind. Like, it's possible that I may have popularized it, but I highly doubt that I'm the first. Because it took a while before I got to shiny hunting Dunsparce. That whole, okay, the thing with Dunsparce is that there were so many people in the later days of that hunt who were commenting like, oh, she already got the 3 segment and she's just hiding it from everyone so that this can go on forever. Which, yeah, that sounds crazy. That sounds, I mean, it sounds smart in the sense of just keeping the series going, but no. I was hunting for this for so long. Now, so they were wrong for the most part. Because yes, it was in fact phase number 299, or 300 if we include the one from my badge quest in Pokemon Violet. But I recorded these shorts. Like, I would record them in batches. So the day that that short came out, where I got the 3 segment to Dunsparce, was actually weeks after I had gotten it. That's why I say, for the most part, they were wrong. Because here's the thing, they commented that at a time where I knew that I had already gotten the 3 segment. But I was still doing things in order. These shorts were scheduled. But it was still phase 299. I wasn't just gonna randomly skip, like, as soon as I get the 3 segment, I'm just gonna skip from, like, whatever number it was at, like 180 something. I'm not just gonna skip from that to 299, you know? Yeah, fun fact, a lot of YouTube videos are scheduled for upload because people can't edit and upload a video in a day. I'm very proud of the Pichu hiding spot. I feel like it wasn't even that good, but I'm still proud of it. I think the funniest thing about the names, though, with those Dunsparce is that somehow I ended up with like 3 of them being named Table. Yeah, that's the thing. We can record, edit, and upload a video in a day, but it's not gonna be a good video. Why did you name them Table? Dude, when I have to come up with like 300 different nicknames, you start to run out of ideas. It was a stable name. It's not even that funny. No. Where are the Dunsparce being kept now? I've traded a bunch of them. But the ones that I haven't traded yet are in Pokemon Home. Doot, doot, doot. So yeah, it is kind of funny thinking about it, that they were commenting that at a time where I did actually know that I had gotten the 3-segment to Dunsparce, but I wasn't hiding it from people. I was just keeping according to schedule. Because here's the thing, sometimes creators need breaks before they go through burnout time and time again. So it's sometimes like with YouTube Shorts, it's kind of nice because you can just stockpile YouTube Shorts and have consistent uploads for like, who knows, maybe even a month straight. They're YouTube Shorts, they're short. But then as soon as you get to the point where that stockpile is run out and you have to do more, and you don't really like YouTube Shorts in the first place, it's like, you know? Well, here's the thing. This is a creative job, and when you're coming up with so many ideas, you start to like, it's a lot of brain work. I mean, burnout can happen to anyone, really. It doesn't matter what kind of job you have, but burnout is essentially when you've overworked yourself to the point where you just can't function. And I've been pretty good with not hitting burnout. Because I don't think I'm dealing with burnout right now. Though I haven't worked on a video in a little while, but I mean, it's been a winter break for me. So I won't have a video this Sunday. I'm not sure when the next video will be out, but it's one of those things where I want to be prepared. So if that means that I'll be streaming more in the meantime, then so be it. I think that's fun. I think that's great. Your brain doesn't just fall asleep. No, it hits a wall. It can be really exhausting, but here's the thing. It's shiny hunting. Now, the tough part is, though, and it's entirely possible that I'll have more videos that aren't just shiny hunting. Shiny hunting is all about luck. And so that's a problem when you want to keep a consistent upload schedule, because you can have times where you're shiny hunting for a Turtwig for like 2 or 3 weeks and you don't get anything. Will you play other games on stream? Mainly other Pokemon games, but yeah. I'm not totally sure. I've been so incredibly focused on shiny hunting. I mean, it's one of my favorite things to do. But all this being said, I do have a second channel. I don't know when I'll start uploading on there. It could be like years from now, honestly. But I have one called Normal Catherine, and it doesn't even have a profile picture or anything. But I made that so if I want to make videos that are not Pokemon related, I can put those over there. And one of the videos that I've been considering making, though I gotta put some like studying into it, is making a video about the Cooking Mama Cookstar Switch I have, because it's one of a kind and the history behind it is weird. But that's the thing, yeah, I want to get this Dustox back, but I decided that I'm not gonna hunt for shiny Dustox until I've done my Pokemon Platinum Dream Team quest. Because here's the thing. I need to have all these Pokemon Platinum games like at the ready to hunt for Dustox, and I'm gonna do it in Eterna Forest with the double battles. But you can't do the double battles. You can't do the double battles after you've progressed to a certain point in the game. Like once you've gotten through Eterna Forest one time, you're not gonna have double battles anymore. So I'd have to delete those save files, which means that I have the option of either shiny hunting for Dustox and hoping that it shows up sooner than later, but chances are it'll show up later, as in years from now. Wait until that hunt's over to do a Platinum Dream Team quest, or do the Dream Team quest, get that done first, and then hunt for Dustox, which I think makes the most sense. Yeah, so all the pictures of that Switch on the console variations website are either my pictures from like my TikToks, or pictures that I provided, or maybe, because I've probably posted it before, I did actually download the giveaway announcement for that Switch. So they may have posted a picture of that. But I don't know. In the perfect RNG situation, Dustox turns up while doing the Dream Team. That is, if I were hunting for something in Eterna Forest, which unfortunately I'm not. It would be crazy if I just randomly ran into one, though. Have you ever hunted in Black 2, White 2? So yes, very recently actually. My first Gen 5 shiny, I only got a few months ago. It was... Actually, was it in the sequels? I think it was. Yeah, it was in White 2. I believe, yes. I don't know, I have Black 2 and White 2, so I kind of forgot. But I got a shiny Minccino. My very first Gen 5 shiny. Very cool, very neat, very cute. Yeah, so the console variations website. Actually, I could... Let me see. Hold on. Let me press A on the DS. Console variations. Cooking Mama Cookstar Switch. Yeah, the very first image. Dude, okay. All these images are mine. Oh, except for one. Will this even work? It's a WebP file. Yeah, look at that. If you look closely, underneath that is the shiny Eevee playmat. From the like Radiant Eevee box. For the Pokemon Go TCG line. I have this Switch right now. And you see the blue and pink on the left side? Those are from these like, not actual neon, but like these neon lights that I had on the wall. I have a pink cloud. Why did I say it like that? Pink cloud and a blue like crescent moon. There's also, I don't even know why they put this image, because this one just is so, this is just a bad image. This is just another screenshot from my TikTok. You can see the Marie amiibo there. And then the Callie amiibo is on the other side. I don't know why I can't see it on that image. Yeah, these are all like... Oh, there are a couple more images. Though one of them is not the correct one. So this is really interesting. Sorry I'm going off on a tangent. I just really want to. So forgive me for this. But this is not the correct dock. There are two different Cooking Mama switches. Cooking Mama Cookstar switches, just to clarify. Because they had 3 switches, 2 that were one way and 1 that was its own special one. So this is the switch dock for the one where they had 2 of this model. It was a darker purple, more holographic sheen to it. But then the one that I have, you can see the difference. Look at that. This is the one that I have. This is literally my setup like a couple years ago. It came with the physical copy of the game, which I still have. And you can see that it's different. So that's pretty interesting. So they made 3 total, but mine is its own unique variation. They DM'd me saying that I won, and then they announced the winners later. But it's really weird. The whole situation was bizarre, so I'd love to make a video about it. But they told me I had won, and then they announced later. And I didn't even know which of the 3 switches I was going to get. And I wasn't sure which one I wanted most either. Because it's like, I really like the holographic sheen to the dark purple one. I'll have to show a video of it later. But, because I downloaded the video of the announcement. Their whole social media is wiped. Because they're like, for legal reasons. They're now Yum Yum Cookstar. So they had 2 dark purple holographic ones and 1 lighter purple glossy one. And so I was like, I could either get the one that's holographic and really pretty, or I could get the one that's also still pretty, but also one of a kind. And lo and behold, I ended up with the one of a kind one. It was not bit mining. First off, the Switch can't heckin' mine Bitcoin. What are we even talking about? That was just a rumor. It was actually, there were legal issues behind the scenes when it comes to the use of the Cooking Mama IP that resulted in them eventually removing, if I recall correctly, it's not on the Switch eShop anymore. I don't think you can get it online, like, new. And so you can no longer get brand new copies of Cooking Mama Cookstar. They have Yum Yum Cookstar on there instead. Basically the same game, different coat of paint. Yeah, you can only get it secondhand now. Yep. I mean, here's the thing. It was removed from the eShop twice. Because there was that initial time where it was on the eShop for a few hours and then they took it down, but then it came back like months, maybe years later. And then they removed it again. Like quite a while later because of some sort of legal battle. Again, this is all off the top of my head, so if I'm getting some facts wrong, then I apologize, but yeah, it's very weird. So the thing is, the console variations page is at one point it was almost correct, but there were 2 variations of this Switch, and they said that the amount produced was 3, which isn't correct. Because if we're actually talking specific variations, then it should actually be, there should be 2 different Cooking Mama Switch consoles Why is this one behind? Hold on. So if it was actually correct, then they would actually have 2 pages. One with the amount produced being 1, and then one with the amount being produced as 2. But yeah, I have the video of the giveaway announcement. I downloaded it as soon as I got the DM from their TikTok account because I wanted to show my family the potential Switches I could win. Because I was so hyped. I mean, let's see. I don't have like a camera right now. I can literally show you like my setup right now. Hold on. I'm gonna... Am I just gonna email this to myself? Is that how I'm doing this? The like absolute proof. Oh no, I've had it on here too long. Okay, how many times did it add 9? Did it do it twice? Please tell me it was only twice. Did it add 18? Did it add 24? Because I gotta correct that. If I keep it on that screen too long, then it'll overcount on the auto counter. But in the meantime, let me grab that image. Are you sure it just did it the one time? I mean, I can look back and correct it later. I'll just stop this recording and start a new one. Let me do that 1 second. It was at 450. Huh? Yeah, I guess that is. Counted 27. Okay. Yeah, why was I was saying it in 8s, wasn't I? So added 27. So let me just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, but we did need it to add this many, so we're good. There we go. Anyways, did I download the image? Let's see. Yeah, here's an image I took just a minute ago. Why is it so high res? Oh no, I lowered it too far. Hold on. Slowly gotta do this and this. And wow, this stream is just so scuffed. You'll see it in just a second here. And this. And there it is in the flesh. And actually, I know it's weird that I did this. The dock that it's in is the Scarlet and Violet one, but the dock that's behind it is the Cooking Mama one. But that is it. Isn't that nuts? Isn't that crazy bonkers? I think it's really cool. Because it is. And it's really cool that I have this weird, obscure piece of Cooking Mama history. I'll post a better picture of it later. What do you plan on eating for your first meal of the new year? I don't heckin' know. That's such a like... Why would that matter? Hold on, let me... Oh, of course it's out of sync. I'm gonna take this Switch out of its... out of the dock. Take a good old picture of that. I'm sorry, I'm having too much fun with this. I love this Switch so much. Can't believe I'm in a Shiny Catherine screenshot. If that's a screenshot, a picture that I took on using my phone camera. This picture is also stupid. Okay, but it's fine. I'll send it anyways. I'm literally emailing it to myself. Refresh, 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 please, I beg. And then we go open it, and then we do this, and it's way too big yet again. And we gotta do the thing as per usual. You can see my Wooper figure on the top of my monitor. It's so silly and stupid. But stupid in a good way, like an endearing way, you know? And just like that. There it is. The Cooking Mama's Cook Star. One-of-a-kind Switch. Isn't that wild? I just think it's really neat. And yeah, there's my Wooper. I need to stop getting distracted. But like, isn't that cool? Anyways, let me put that away. Let's get back to the point of the stream. We're shiny hunting, baby. But it's so cool. Yeah, that Wooper is there to just watch. It used to stare like dead on, but at one point I was testing out a thing to see if it would help with getting rid of reverb in my recordings. I basically made a blanket for it where I put it over the back of my monitor and then also over the back of my head. But it ended up not sounding that great, unfortunately. Made it sound like I was in a tiny room, which I guess in a sense I was, because I was in a little blanket fort. But while I was taking the blanket off, it did turn the Wooper's head a little to its right, I guess. What is that? Stage left? I don't remember what stage left is. Is stage left from the perspective of the person on stage? I think it would be, wouldn't it? Yeah, so no. Stage right. I don't know. I haven't done dance in forever. Because I feel like, wouldn't that be confusing? If an instructor was like, I need you to move stage left and you had to move to your right. Yeah. Well, now I'm confused. I'm seeing different answers. I'm not gonna worry about it because I don't have to go on stage. How many encounters have people been watching? I have no idea, honestly. We've been getting a lot of encounters in, though. Quite frankly, at this pace, we might be able to make it to odds. We might be able to make it to 8192. I'm not entirely sure, but it's possible. Or we could find a shiny if the game was nice to me, but apparently these games don't like me. I hope it's nothing with the DS's. I mean, the clocks are working properly. I can't imagine it would be. I think I'm just really overthinking it. Guys, I'm taking the brain rot out of this chat. That's so cringe, dude. You're so cringe. I hate to break it to you. Listen, is it unhinged for me to say this? Yeah, but I'm gonna say it. I think my New Year's resolution for this year is that I'm just going, no filter, baby. That was cringe and you're cringe and you gotta get out of here. Like, listen, I know that I'm being cringe as all heck because I'm shiny hunting right now, but this is different. I'm cringe, but I am free, but that is not freedom right there. That is brain rot. I'm just saying it. Let's be real. I'm just saying it. It feels cathartic. It really does. Like, listen, I don't want to, I'm not here to bully, you know? It's just one of those things where it's like, look, we have boundaries in this chat, and I think that brain rot is a little much. We're already, like, we're shiny hunting over here. I think that's enough. I think that's where I draw the line. Oh yeah, because of Coliseum, these 3 starters can be in non-default Pokeballs. I've never played Coliseum. I do have Coliseum somewhere. I don't know where, I'll be honest. I don't know where it is. I will find it, because eventually I'm gonna move out of this place. I don't know when, but when I move out, I'm gonna take all my stuff with me, so that means I'll find it. The music right now is, isn't it Lily's theme from Sun and Moon? If I recall correctly. One of my favorite themes. I've used it in quite a few videos. I really liked the timing of the shiny sparkles in my Sylveon video when I was talking about the backstory of my first shiny Sylveon. It was playing this music. And the timing was just so beautiful, and I still go back to that video every once in a while. To just be like, yeah, that was really lovely, just the timing of the sparkles. We need a Gyarados hunt? Oh, I got you. We'll just get to the Lake of Rage. Nah, I'll shiny hunt for a normal Gyarados in the Lake of Rage. You can't do that, by the way, which is devastating. Yeah, Skyfish, I loved making that part. It made me so happy. I love editing videos to the music that's playing. There are times where, unfortunately, I can't do that. I just can't think of something that'll work with it. But like, it's so lovely. It's one of my favorite things when making videos, is just having those parts where, dude, I'm just a big fan of musicality. I really am. It's one of my favorite things, and I just love timing stuff to the music. Don't mind me. I like going to remember what I'm doing. Whoa! First encounter shiny Gyarados at the Lake of Rage? No way. As an MV maker, I get you. I love that. I love that. Dude, I remember watching like Shaymin AMVs on YouTube in like 2010. Good times. Yeah, dude, that would be awesome, Toast. Dude, I'm hyped for 2025. I'm just hyped for the new year, because it's one of those things where even though it's like, it's another day, you know? But there's something about just the New Year celebration that does make it feel like a blank slate. And, you know, it's a part of the reason why people have New Year's resolutions and stuff. One thing that I want to do, and I gotta make sure to set this up, I want to use the Pokewalker every single day for the next year. just every day. But I do have to set up these games, and it's part of why I decided to hunt for the Johto starters today. Because if I get a shiny starter today, then that's another game that I can use for the Pokewalker. But you know, my luck has not been great right now. I think that RNG has decided that I have to go over odds for whatever shiny I'm getting next. And here's the thing, using the Pokewalker every day sounds like a challenge, but I really don't think it's that much of a challenge, because it's not... Dude, you can walk one step and you're using the Pokewalker. Can you find shinies in the Pokewalker? Not normally, no. That's the unfortunate thing. It's something where... Here's the thing. This whole using the Pokewalker every single day thing is probably just going to be, like, it's not going to be for a video or anything. It's just for me. It's one of those things where I would like to shiny hunt on the Pokewalker, but it's not legitimate. And so it's something where I don't want to make a video about that. Plus, like, I don't have the means to do that anyways. But if I do end up doing it, then it's... I mean, that's the thing. It's just a personal thing. You know? I like having stuff that's just for me. Is there ever going to be a normal Catherine Pokemon Rumble video? I'm not sure about a normal Catherine video. A shiny Catherine video? Maybe. Because here's the thing. Normal Catherine is mainly going to be for... when I'm not doing Pokemon related stuff. But Pokemon Rumble is Pokemon. The thing is, I gotta have Pokemon Rumble first. I don't have it at the moment. Because I don't have my Wii. And it's technically not mine. It's my family's. Yippee. But yeah, I really like this. I really like that we're just having this nice little stream on the last day of the year. Or for those of you who are already in the new year, Happy New Year! That's the thing. I really like the whole... I think New Year, New Me is kind of silly in a way. But I just do like that sense of a new year being a blank slate. Because it just makes it feel... It makes it feel like... I don't know. As someone who... Heckin'... Okay. I just... I don't know, man. I like the sense of a new year being a blank slate because it just makes it feel motivating in a way. Like, a lot of bad stuff can happen and, you know, you're in a new year and you can just keep going. Pretty much, yeah. Will we do more prop hunt? Yeah, I mean, I do have at least one video that I can make out of the remaining recordings I have. I haven't recorded any new ones recently, but I could. It's just, I feel like the most difficult part is organizing stuff because, you know, everyone's busy. Everyone has different schedules, and that's just how it is. This is crazy. 5220 encounters. That's insane. And yeah, hide and sink. I want to use the name hide and sink, but I feel like YouTube is gonna see that and be like, we hate this. It's not good for the algorithm. Sucks. But I don't know. I might just test that out because it's like, you know what? Who cares? I might just test out different titles and see what happens next time. Why aren't you doing it on Soul Silver? My 2 copies of Soul Silver that I have are the ones that got Shiny Cyndaquil. I haven't traded those Cyndaquil over to other games, so I'm not going to restart those save files. Also, at least one of those 2 save files has a really, really, really good trainer ID number, so I don't want to delete that save. Because one of them has 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How can I get rid of that? All of these have pretty good save, like, all of these have pretty good trainer IDs. Because I didn't reset for the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 one, but after I got that one, since I was starting up a few games, I was like, hold on, gotta get rid of the brain rot, 1 sec. Anyways, after getting the trainer ID 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I was like, I gotta get some good ones. I gotta get some good trainer IDs. So this one is 00779. So if you transferred that to a newer game, like if you transferred that to Scarlet and Violet, that trainer ID number would just be 779, and I think that's really cool. We've also got 00023. So that one, if we transferred a Pokemon over to Scarlet and Violet, the trainer ID number would just be 23. Isn't that crazy? And then this one is 62226, which is just satisfying. It's symmetrical. So all really cool trainer ID numbers. I think it's fun to soft reset for, like, once you start a new save file, it's really fun to just keep starting new save files until you get a number that seems pretty cool. You make a fair point, but aren't you also the same person who was like, does you autism? So I think there's a little bit of hypocrisy there. I know I shouldn't be acknowledging chat. That's silly. But here's the thing. I like having no filter. It's fun. Yeah, this is actually fitting music. Do you think Shiny right now? During the music for the town we're currently in? Nah, no dice. That's okay. Yeah, I love New Barktown's music. How long will your stream last? Hard to say. I mean, if we get a shiny right now, then no. It would have been funny. It would have been funny. But I'm gonna put like absolute hard limit 2 p.m. Pacific. So we've got like 35 minutes here. Because guys, I know it seems crazy that I'm streaming on New Year's Eve, because that's the time when you're supposed to visit friends and family. If you're able, you know? And I am able. And so I will do that. After stream's over, I'm gonna visit family. I'm gonna pet some puppies. It's gonna be really good. See, Ghost, here's the thing. I appreciate you saying the things that I typically don't. But here's the thing. Though I'm not to that extent. Here's the thing. For Ghost, you're a moderator. So it's even more tough for you. Dude, Blue has been streaming so much lately, and I'm just like, I love that. I think it's awesome. I've tuned into a few streams. I tend to lurk because one of my concerns is I really overthink this. All right, buddy. All right, buddy. Anyways, I really overthink this, but the thing is, I've had times where I'll talk in chat and people are there and they'll be like, Catherine's here! And I think that, like, I don't know how some people will react. I think that Blue would be fine with it, but I think that I'm just really overthinking it. It's just one of those things where, even though I don't care, when you guys say that Blue is here, that Toast is here, that's great for me because sometimes I miss them in chat and I don't see them and I go and scroll back and I'm like, oh, they are here, you know? But I just don't know how certain people feel about that because I don't want to end up taking attention away from the streamer, you know? I'm not trying to say that in a way of, ah, yes, I get so much attention. I don't want to be like that either. So it's gotten to the point where I'm like, well, I wanna support my friends and I wanna chat in their chats, but I might just make an alt for that or something. Did the big Cyndaquil just hit the corner? Did it just hit the corner and I actually saw that? Or was that two bounces that were like right back to back? I don't know. But either way, we gaming for real, for real. No, not to call you out or anything, because I'm totally fine with this. But just a little tidbit when it comes to streamer etiquette. Because again, I'm totally fine with this. Like I can see the number of viewers on my stream, but I think it's best not to. It's best not to tell people how many viewers they have in chat. Just FYI, I'm totally fine with it. Some streamers are not. And I used to not be fine with it. When I used to average like 10 viewers. And for some people, like, hearing the number can, like, it can feel good, it can feel motivating, but sometimes it can be really demotivating and a bummer. And so just be careful doing that, okay? Because yeah, I had that before where I would have people in chat who were like, oh wow, you have 9 viewers now, you lost a viewer. I'm like, that's not the right thing to do. That's just not kind. Here's the thing. I know that my channel isn't meant to be like educational. Yeah, no worries. You don't have to apologize for that. I'm just using that as an example because I feel like, you know, we do have a good amount of viewers here. And so I think it's important for me to share little stuff like that so that you guys know. So if you're watching other streamers, then you can be the ideal viewer. Because, you know, streamers really, really appreciate when viewers are nice and respectful. And I'm not saying that that was disrespectful. You didn't know. There are people who intentionally do that to bring other streamers down, you know? And that's the thing. Are you fine with saying how many likes you have? I don't even know how many likes I have on the stream. For some reason it's not showing up. But, well, I may just have to scroll down for that. I think that's the issue. Yeah. Don't forget to like the stream. Yeah, I feel like with YouTube, with streams, I mean, likes on streams are so bizarre. Like, the fact that they have that is so weird. But, so I don't usually remind people to like the streams. Usually it'll be like a fraction of the number of viewers that like the stream, even though they can be very active in chat. It's such a weird, yeah, it's just, I don't understand the point of likes on a stream. because most viewers are not going to remember to like the stream, because that's not something that you do on Twitch. And yeah, here's the thing. Dude, you can have 2 viewers and that's still really good. Because here's the thing. I know that to an extent, I started from ground zero, but I did have some of my following on Instagram that translated to subscribers on YouTube when I first started out. It wasn't enough to the point where it would, where I had like a whole ton of viewers right off the bat on my streams. I had some streams where I had 0 viewers or like 3 max. Everyone starts somewhere. It baffles me that I have the amount of viewers that I have, and I'm incredibly grateful for that. I hope that I didn't sound sarcastic there. Just FYI. And thank you, Sauce. I'm hoping that I find something. My thing with today's stream, I was like, well, the chances of me finding a shiny Turtwig on stream are less likely than me finding a shiny Johto starter. And I know that it's not to bring up the multi-hunting debate. Multi-hunting doesn't increase shiny odds, it increases the frequency of encounters. If we're adding a different measurement into the odds, if we're saying the chances of you finding a shiny in a certain amount of time, then yeah, the odds are higher if you have more games going. But if we're not including the time span, then, I mean, the odds are still 81-92. It's just how it be. Because I know that there are some common misconceptions with the way that probability works and how shiny hunting works, you know? Now, okay, side note, one thing that I do really like about YouTube streaming, I adore that little reaction thing where people can just put emojis and they just float around. I think it's adorable. I love that. Exactly, the odds never change, your frequency does. It's the reason why people feel like shiny hunting in Scarlet and Violet is too easy sometimes. It's because you're seeing so many Pokemon at once. You can go full odds and find a shiny pretty quickly. You know, every once in a while I wonder, like, how streaming on Twitch would be. I think at some point I want to give that a try and just see how it goes. Though I did, I removed my channel from affiliate, so I don't know how that works for, like, joining it again. Probably very complicated. I have a lot of gripes with Twitch, but there are a lot of features there that I do like. But I don't know. I really don't know. I just feel like... Here's the thing. Ghost, I feel like you and I can both agree, to an extent. I guess the kind of chats that end up resulting in people getting banned from chat are different from the ones that you get on YouTube. So I feel like it's a different audience, and I don't want to abandon the audience that I currently have right now. I'm literally streaming on YouTube. It's weird. I prefer not to talk about the whole face reveal thing. It does bother me a bit, but it's just something of, I like my privacy, and also for like health reasons. I've talked about it before. I didn't think that I would really delve into that today, but might as well. I have something called excoriation disorder. Basically, it's not fun. Feel free to look it up if you want to, but I'd rather not talk about it that much. But the thing is, stress makes it worse, and if I'm being more conscious about my appearance, then it's going to result in it also getting worse. And so I just like to be This is just what's good for my health, my skin, you know. And it's okay, no need to apologize. I just wanted to make that clear. It's just something of, if I think about it too much, then it just makes things worse for me. And it's been really nice ever since I stopped VTubing, which for some reason made me worry about my appearance a little too much, and so that would make things worse for me and my health. But ever since I stopped doing that and just went fully just faceless, it's been really nice. My skin has felt really nice. Yeah, I used to be a VTuber. It was a time. Every once in a while I wonder, like, it might be fun to try it again, but then I'm just like, I don't know. Here's the thing. I feel like there's this expectation because most VTubers are anime characters. And then that sets you up for like, oh, if you don't look exactly like this anime character, people will be pissed. So I was just like, you know what? I think it's best if I just don't worry about that. So I didn't worry about it. Yeah, if you look at some of my like videos from, let's say 2021, 2022, I did VTubing stuff. Oh, I love VTube. I love Blue's VTuber model. It's awesome. Honestly, I'm working on stuff. Not to spoil anything, but I'm working on stuff. So if I ever go back to VTubing in any sort of way, expect it to be more similar to, it's not gonna be anime. That is all. I don't know if I'll ever do this, but I'm working on a little mascot for the channel. Because here's the thing, I don't own the trademark for Pokemon. So, I've been working on something. Actually, you know what? Listen, it's the new year. Let's just talk about it a little bit. I won't reveal anything visually, but and I'm still working out a name for this, but don't drop name suggestions in the chat. Don't do it, because for like trademarking reasons, I want to come up with that on my own. I've been working on a creature behind the scenes. The actual name of it, I don't know for sure yet. But it's going to be a made-up creature. A made-up puppy of sorts. Called an axolotl. Do what you will with that information. I'm really hyped about it. The design that I've been working on and my thumbnail artist has helped me work on is adorable. And I love it so much. And I can't wait to reveal it when it's ready. But it's gonna be an axolotl. It's a puppy and it's an axolotl. Ish. Are you gonna do member streams? I'm not sure about member streams. Like, maybe, but I feel like there's, I don't know. I'm not entirely sold on the idea. But yeah, I'm working on a creature called an axolotl. It's gonna be my favorite color. So take your guess as to what color this creature might be. And I realized, channel members, you probably already know a little bit about this. It do be purple. Do be purple, baby. It's gonna be purple, baby. Yeah, that's the thing. I just don't know how members only streams would go. But yeah, I'm really hyped to show you guys the Axolotl when it's ready. Also, one thing that I've decided to do, starting with this year, is an annual channel banner. The banner for my channel is going to change soon. The profile picture is also going to change, but I don't think I'm going to change it annually. No, it's supposed to go up 9 every reset, because every reset... Well, let me show you. So now we're at 5580. Because we're counting the number of Pokemon seen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What is your favorite purple shiny? That's a good question, actually. I really, really love Finizen. Finizen has just like... It has that more cool toned purple to it, and I love that with all my heart. And that too, I was also, my first thought was Serena, but I had to think about it. Because I love the color combination of like that off-white, like that pale yellow color mixed with purple. It is beautiful. I mean, there are a lot of shinies that I like that are similar to that. Shiny Slowbro, shiny Galarian Slowbro, shiny Giratina as well, even though it doesn't have purple, it has blue, but it's still like it's a similar premise, you know? All you need to know about the Axolotl is that it's going to be adorable, and I'm hyped for it. Cooking stream. Dude, if I'm ever going to do a cooking stream, I'm going to need to have a good kitchen for that. Dude, housing is such a struggle, and I don't even want to think about it. I'll be real with you. I just want to be able to have a house at some point, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. I'm working towards it, but like every other day there's more like, oh yay, housing prices are even higher now. It's stressful. I'm trying my best because yeah, that's one of the things that when it comes to what I want in a house, it's gotta have a good kitchen. It's gotta have a dishwasher, I'll be real with you. Yeah, Canada's housing is just... I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's not fun. It's not at all. Like, I really do like Canada. It's just so expensive. My friends will, like... They'll go to Canada and be like, everything's so cheap here, and I'm like, yeah, you say that, but for us it's expensive, and then visiting the States is even more expensive. It is tough. It really, really is. That's the thing! The problem is that's such a gamble. I don't even want to talk about healthcare stuff, because here's the thing, even Canada's healthcare is rough. Even though, like, I feel like I can't complain because it's free healthcare. It's just not as perfect as people make it out to be. Is the axolotl edible? No! Why would you eat it? I imagine the axolotl would taste like a Switch cartridge. Don't... I'm just going to make this very clear. Don't heckin' eat Switch cartridges. I don't eat Switch cartridges, okay? Gotcha. Just to clarify. Switch cartridges have a bittering agent that's made so that, like, if a young child gets their hands on that, and you know how, like, infants, they will grab something and just put it in their mouth. So they intentionally put a bittering agent on Switch cartridges that, I kid you not, is like so immediate. Like when you eat something, it takes like a second for you to, like, for that taste to register, right? It doesn't take any time with those. I mean, what? I know nothing. Listen, hear me out. It was a dare. That's all I'm gonna say. Or so I'm told. Don't do it, guys. Don't do it. At the very least, don't eat it, because that's incredibly, incredibly dangerous. Yeah, like, okay. Skyfish. Were you in the VC that one time? Were you there? Not to rat someone else out, but I was not the only one. Yeah. Do I even elaborate on this? Listen. Yes. Well, I wouldn't say that we were bullying Gremlin into trying it, because I had also never tried. I had never... Anyways. Don't do it. Don't do it, chat. I know you're curious. It doesn't taste good. Or so I'm told. Dude, but plastic bags eat? Plastic bags taste good in comparison. Not that I would know. This, guys, where has this stream gone? Where are we going? What is this track that we've switched to? Switch, like Nintendo Switch, like the Switch cartridge that I know. Nothing. Nuh-uh. I am worried about you, Catherine. You don't have to be. I've only tasted a Switch cartridge once, okay? No, you can't. Don't do that. No, don't do it, chat. Guys, I think I'm gonna have to, like, unlist this stream after it's over. I bet Crabman ate a Switch cartridge. I could believe that. Allegedly, this is a bit. Crab guy, don't come after me. I don't even know you. I started working after you were fired, I think. I don't heckin' know. Crab guy. Yippee. Okay, chat. I'm gonna veto this bit for a second. Please do not put electronics in your mouth. Okay? Just to clarify, that's incredibly dangerous. Just putting that out there. This is a bit, okay? You make a fair point, random game stuff. You really do. Also, this game is... Hold on. There we go. Do you have any tips on how to make a shiny video? I'll be real with you. It took me years to figure out how to do just how to make videos, you know? Like if you look at my older videos, I made those on an iPhone. I made those using iMovie and a bunch of images. And occasionally screen recordings from my Switch. It's really trial and error. Let's just not eat inedible things, chat. I'm just gonna make that clear. It's not good for your health. No, I'm not gonna talk about what I was gonna talk about. Oh, I can. Guys, what is this? What is the stream turned into? Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Don't put your lives in danger for the bit, okay? We don't do that here. Would a Pokemon be inedible? Isn't like Magikarp edible? Wasn't that a whole thing, but it doesn't taste good? Something like that? I don't remember. Dude, my shiny luck is rough. Considering that I've done, like, if we're taking into consideration that I'm at like 8,000 something, like maybe 9,000 encounters for Turtwig, and we're at nearly 5,800 for the starters, kind of baffling. But again, I really do think that I really do think that the games are like, you can't get an underodd shiny. You can't. It's not allowed. It's time. And I have to embrace it. I have to accept that this is the big one. This is the big shiny hunt. I don't know which one I'm talking about. It could be the Johto starters. It could be Turtwig. I hope it's not Turtwig because those resets take way longer than this. There's a reason why I decided to shiny hunt for Turtwig in my downtime and then stream the Johto starters. It's because the resets for Johto starters are so fast. And it's something where I gotta be paying attention to the screen at all times. Almost. But I also want to be doing stuff. So, we stream. But I'm not going to answer that question. I am going to Violet. I need to stop. I need to stop. What am I doing? I need to... No. Why did I... I don't know what I'm doing. I can't. Guys, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm just too, like... I didn't eat it. No, I did not. I didn't. That's bad. That's a bad thing to do, and I didn't do it. And I'm not lying. I didn't eat it. It didn't taste purple. I need to... Okay, no. You know what? I'm closing chat right now. I'm not looking at chat. I will talk to myself. I'm talking to myself now. I hope you guys are having an amazing time. I'm not gonna stop the stream. It's not... Oh, I'm gonna stop the stream in like 4 minutes. But, anyways, what was I saying? The resets for Turtwig are so long. So I decided that it would be best for me to reset for the Johto starters because it's faster And I feel like it's more enjoyable for the audience. And also it's just more enjoyable for me to be able to just ramble like this while doing a hunt where it does require my attention a lot more often than the Turtwig hunt does. Because for the resets, for the time of the resets for Turtwig, if I'm just using the Japanese games, it takes like a minute. For the English game, it's like maybe 4 seconds longer than that. But yeah, I don't heckin' know, man. Okay, I'm bringing chat back. I miss you guys. So what I usually do with Turtwig when I'm like incredibly bored out of my mind, what I do is I've got Pokemon Ranch playing in the background, specifically the Our Pokemon Ranch Twitch channel, because it's magical and I love it with all my heart. And I'll just spam A for like a minute. And sometimes I'll go on my phone as well. Just on top of that. And I'll just go on Reddit. I'll go on Reddit and look at the game verifying subreddit to look at all the fake games and be like, oh yeah, this one's an obvious fake. You can tell because the O in Nintendo is incorrect. That's too circular. And just feel like a genius even though I'm really not. You know? Here's the thing. I mean, shiny hunting is all about multitasking. It really is. Like, you can't deny, like, how many of you are shiny hunting right now? Because it's probably a solid amount of people. Thank you for the super chat, Philip. And I'm doing pretty well. And Happy New Year to you too. See, like, we've got a solid amount of people shiny hunting while I'm streaming. As it should be. All according to plan. I make that sound evil, but no. When I was younger, I used to do the exact same thing. I would watch streams or watch videos of people shiny hunting, living vicariously through those shiny encounters, while also with videos, like the old school shiny hunting videos, they would show a few encounters before the shiny. So what I would do is, instead of skipping to the shiny, because why would I do that? I had this little point game that I did where I would say, okay, the next encounter is going to be shiny. And if I'm correct, then I get 5 points. If it's the next one, then it's 4. If it's the next one, then it's 3. And it just keeps going until if you get to 0, then it's over. It's like, it means nothing, you know? Because it's entirely just a little game in my brain. But it's something that I used to do all the time. And it's really interesting. It's so weird how the tables have turned. Because now it is you guys who are watching the streamer. And I'm the one streaming while people are shiny hunting. Isn't that neat? Isn't that cool? It's wild to me. Oh yeah, stream is supposed to stop like now, but you know what? We're getting to an even number. So let's take a look at these ones and then we'll call it here. Normal, normal, normal. That's okay. It is what it is. So I don't even know what my last shiny of the year is. I might do some shiny hunting on Scarlet while I'm at my family's place, but we'll see. But anyways, chat was interesting today. This has been a funky stream, but you know what? It's been a blast. So, I'm so hyped for the new year. I'm really, really hyped. I've got a lot of plans. I don't have a lot of stuff ready for upload yet. I'm just, let me cook, you know? So I'm very, very much looking forward to the new year, and I hope you guys are as well. Thank you for making this year so fun. It's been great. It's been so chaotic. Just an absolute blast. And so I'll see you guys in 2025. So thank you for watching and stay hydrated.